Hey, what is up guys? Skiddy Fishing here, and today I'm in this very big reservoir, freezing my tail off, with a very big Tenkara rod, or a Keiyru rod for that matter. This is the T100 from Keiyru Rod Co. I can barely even get it in the camera right now, it's so long. And there's a couple standout features about this rod before we start fishing for it today. Number one, this rod is not necessarily meant for lake fishing. However, this is America and we can do what we want. But Keiyru roughly translates to small mountain stream, so clearly that's not where I'm at right now. But right now I'm not quite ready to hit certain tailwaters, which I think this rod was built for, but mind you, we will be fishing those. But also it's got this very small handle on it for how long this rod is, so naturally you can assume this rod's going to be tip heavy. But if you look here, right after the logo, let's see if I can get it to focus up. There's kind of a texture difference here, and it almost encourages you to use a second hand. So this is kind of a spay rod, really, to some degree. So anyway, we're going to be fishing this lake. I've never fished a Tenkara rod, or a Keiyru rod for that matter, or a fixed line rod in a big lake like this consistently. So today is all about that, and let's see what we can catch. All right, guys, you'll have to forgive the highway noise here, but Keiyru Rod Co. So this is their T100. I've got it kind of pre-rigged right now with a PVC line about equal of the rod's length. This is a 17.7 foot Keiyru / Tenkara rod. Again, Keiyru and Tenkara, you know, have their Japanese meanings, and this is not traditional by any means, but this is also almost Thanksgiving, so let's say that this is traditional American. We like to Americanize things. So it's an interesting rod, to say the least. I think one of the standout things immediately that I notice is it's got this like really short EVA handle, despite how long the rod is. And make no mistake, this is not a rod that's meant to be casted one-handed. I mean, you can, but I think you'll get tired pretty quick. So you'll notice that there is kind of like a texture difference going on right here, and it really kind of encourages you to almost use it like a spay. All right, got an artificial jig on now, so let's see if they like this. Let's get more deep, I guess. There we go. Kind of turn around and work our way back a little bit. Oh, is that a fish? That could be. That feels like a fish. Gotcha. Yep, that's a fish. Just a little one, but all right. Keep him tight. Jeez, guys, feels so. Tell you what, right now, this fish feels so dinky on this massive rod. But I love it. Yep. Nope. No. I've got my arm like maxed out right now above me. There we go. Yes, guys, we ain't skunked. We did it on the artificial jig. I had a streamer on, like an actual fly fishing streamer, but he got ripped off. Nothing super boast-worthy, so I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him go regardless, but as far as taking better pictures, I'll reserve that for a better fish. All right, guys, one down. Let's get a few today. Feeling good. See that? Like, really not not that hard to cast. Let's kind of keep working this shore a little bit. Oh, there's one right there. He's on again. He's taking it. Missing him. What's going on? He's on again. Got him. Got him that time. Jeez. Well, I might need to just take my gloves off permanently now because suddenly it's picking up. Keep those on my waders. So, as you can probably see, I'm just going to hand line these in until I get a really good one. Oh my gosh, guys. This is actually pretty fun. I'll tell you what, it was a grind for a minute, but now that I'm hooking into them, I'm having a blast. But I'm just like, my line is so much longer than my rod. There we go. There you go, just a little rainbow. No cutthroat yet. The cutthroat in this reservoir average like 16 to 18 inches, so I feel like I'd know if I had one. Here you go. Alright guys, we are at the next lake. So gotta unwind this PVC line. PVC line is not Keiyru Rod Co's. They did give me some with the kit, but I wanted a little bit of a longer line setup, and I just happen to have a uncut 20-foot PVC line, so I'm just kind of rolling with it for right now. But I mean, it seems like artificial bait is doing pretty well. I mean, I can't say it's my favorite style of fishing these days, but I'm going to tie a generous amount of 4X on here. And okay, I went with like a dark brown color. I got it kind of like with this little pink tail, which isn't part of its normal design, but we'll see if it sparks anything. I honestly think with the cloud coverage, darker is better. Yeah, come on. Alright guys, well, my battery died and I had to change a battery in the middle of a fish. So that sucked, and Lord can only tell me how I ended up still having this fish on. I don't think it's a big one, but we'll see what it is. It might be a cutthroat, the way that it's fighting. I mean, look at the rod, guys. It's so fun. And oh man, he's got me running. See, I adjusted to brown and sure enough it worked. All right, I guess I am going to hold this down on the handle. See if I can get a little bit better leverage. I think it's a cutty. Oh. Oh. That is tiring. Oh, this fish does not want to come up. Oh no, I don't like that. Now he's under me. See, I'm going to try to hand line him up a little bit now. This could be ballsy. Can't have too much pressure on that line or else you'll lose that fish and your fly or jig or whatever. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. Oh! I thought I lost that fish. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That is what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh, this is the main reason why I come to this reservoir, and to catch it on a Keiyru rod is something else, guys. Look at that. Yes. Oh, that is awesome. Boom. I mean, that's not the biggest that they get, but I'd say that's average in here. There he goes. A little feisty cutty. Oh, that makes me so happy. So dang happy, guys. All right, well, people are starting to get out, and it looks like there's a snowstorm coming in, so I'm just gonna maybe give it a few more minutes here. I think once these guys are kind of at the dock up here, then I'll start kind of working my way out. Wasn't my best cast, but everything's straightened out now. See, and then I can tuck the handle underneath my armpit and just kind of have my arm here on this like grip section, and that's kind of how I've been going long periods of time without catching fish, and just, you know, keeping my focus on holding the rod so you don't get tired. So a good way to jig too, guys, is just almost like move the rod towards the water for a split second and then pull back. So like, you know what I mean? Create slack and then pull. Create slack and then pull. Yep, and then there we go. It's just like that, we got a fish. That's a great way to jig. Oh my gosh. Why am I dumbfounded by my own advice? That's the gift that keeps on giving. I think it's a cutty. Oh, it's a big cutty too. Guys, look at this. Look at this. That's a big cutty. Oh, it's a big cutty. It's a big cutty. It's a big cutty. Oh, no. I missed him at the net. I missed him at the net. Oh, that's a big cutty. That's a big cutty on a Tenkara rod. All right. Let's get him out of the surface. How did I miss that, dude? How did I miss that? Oh, my arm is like literally stretched out as far as it can go. Okay. Whew. I'm burning. I'm burning, guys. Yeah. Come on, come on. Come on. Do I dare? Do I dare handline him? It's a big fish to handline. Alright, there we go. Here we go, here we go. If he pulls too hard, I'm just gonna let go of the tippet. Do not try this at home, kids. Oh, oh, Got him. Oh, damn, guys. Damn. All right, we gotta get on the bank for this. Oh, damn. That's wild. That is wild. Look at that fish, guys. Oh, storm's coming in. I'm like 5 miles away from like a main road. It's half covered in snow and ice. 2-wheel drive. For this fish? Sure. Here's the Keiyru Rod Co rod. It's soaking wet. I dropped it in the water, but I mean, pretty decent size compared to the net here, but an even better trout. So, I mean, look at this, guys. Beautiful, beautiful fish. And if I were to just quickly get it up here to the net, let's get it on 36. And to the top of a ventic here where this net is. So that's how big it is. Oh, beautiful. And there it goes. He's just gonna chill in that mud I just kicked up. And just like that. Keiyru Rod Co. All right, guys, that is going to complete this video for this round. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know, and I will start coming back to some lakes and using some fixed line rods. So this is like a totally nuanced thing for me. It's really new. I never do stuff like this, and it was the first time in a long time that I went back to like an artificial jig. And to me, there's just like a little bit of natural shame, not for anybody else that does it, but for me personally, because I'm trying to move away from spin fishing. And I just feel like that was something that I would have used if I was spin fishing. So I should have stuck with flies, but overall it was working, and I wanted to essentially show you guys that I could catch fish on this Tenkara rod or this Keiyru rod. So again, when it comes down to the meanings and the purpose of Keiyru and Tenkara, this is totally not in the realm of tradition, but the funny thing about Americans and how we, you know, turn fly fishing into our own personal agenda is that Tenkara is completely Americanized, and I mean, like, it's hybridized, and we've made it whatever we want it to be, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. At the end of the day, most people really just want to catch fish, and I'm assuming that a lot of people who are just discovering fixed line fishing end up coming to these YouTube videos and they're like, holy crap, I've never thought about this. I want to ditch the spin rod, maybe even the fly rod, and just kind of switch it up for a change. And so it's fun to just kind of experiment, you know. When you get really, really deep into it, you go off of two different ways, right? You either become one with nature or you become one with the tradition. And a lot of people do follow suit in tradition and trying to keep it just strictly Japanese style. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what this video is about per se. I'm going to turn the camera here so I can kind of talk about just kind of my initial thoughts about this rod. So EVA handle, it's super, super small. It actually ended up being a lot lighter than I thought to cast, even with just that. So perhaps a full day on a tailwater like the Provo River may not really be that bad. I was expecting it to be kind of fatiguing and daunting, if I'm being honest with you. But one thing that they did that's nice is if you follow up here just above the orange, you can see that there's some textured pattern here, and it almost encourages you to use your second hand. So really it's kind of like a two-hand rod, like a space style, and they even encourage that on their website. Graphics are super cool. You know, they keep it just kind of black and traditional. I know a lot of people like that, but you know, for those that want a little bit of art, they did kind of add that in there. And then here you can see it does have the medium action and flex. It does show the rod flex index and the essentially the model number. That's really cool because I don't know of any other rod that includes the rod flex index on their rod. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I just haven't seen it yet. And so I know that's really important for a lot of people. This rod is casting PVC line very, very well. And for a guy that rarely fishes these super long Keiyru and Tenkara rods, honestly, I had a really good time today. Ended up being a lot more fun than I thought. And essentially, that biggest fish I caught was 18 inches, and I believe that was the last fish that I ended up catching. I don't know why it always ends up being the last fish, but overall, guys, pretty good day. I did attribute the lack of catches at the beginning to a lack of wind. Personally, for me, a little bit of a breeze kicking up the water does kind of pick up the fishing. But overcast day was pretty good. Stick with those dark colors. I made an adjustment after forcing myself to stay with light, and then sure enough, it just turned on for me. So overall, guys, I cannot complain. This is called Strawberry Reservoir in Utah for those that are curious. And it's home to some beautiful cutthroat trout and rainbows. There's a couple other species in there, but that's pretty much what most people catch. So anyway, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. This is not my final video with this Keiyru Rod Co rod. This is just kind of my first impressions and just kind of getting on the lake and doing something different for a change, because it's really hard to get to the headwaters where I really want to be. And so this just kind of is a fun way to kind of mix it up and take advantage of these cold weather days. So as of the date of this episode, it's almost Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you guys had a good one. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see pictures of the fish, check out Skiddy Fishing on Instagram. I also have a Facebook page as well, where I post some threads and articles of some really cool stuff from Trout Unlimited, just keeping you in the know on your native fish. And other than that, guys, super happy to be here. Could not be happier. This is a fun rod, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure. Tight lines, everyone.